Well, greetings, Alpha Quorum. It's Derik Johnson coming to you actually from my Lincoln in a parking lot in Las Vegas. A couple of weeks ago, I was given a homework assignment, and I'll get into the background of that. But end result being this podcast. We'll be on here for about 3-4, maybe more minutes. We'll see how this plays out, but just wanted to share an experience that I had in the Quorum a couple of weeks back. We are a year into this adventure that we've been on. We've recorded about 50 podcasts, posted 45 of them. I think we've got a few more in the can that haven't been posted. Maybe they'll never see the light of day. I don't necessarily know those details. They don't particularly matter to me. What is important is that a year ago, I walked into Brad Singletary's office with this phone, hit record on it, and we had a conversation. That touched on a lot of different topics, but one of the topics that it touched on was the need of that men had for community, for tribe, how men do better in groups, especially in groups that cause men to level up, to be better, to be accountable, to work harder. As men, we have a tendency to isolate ourselves away from other men. I know that during times of my life when I'm really struggling, if I look around, I haven't surrounded myself with other men, other strong men that could lift me up, that could give me advice, that could provide me with resources and feedback that would help me accomplish my goals. And I suspect those of you listening to this podcast, no matter where you are in life, no matter how successful you feel, no matter if you feel like a failure, no matter if you're struggling, none of that matters. I suspect every single one of you that are listening to this have had moments in your life where instead of going out and seeking and getting the help that you need, you tend to shut down, isolate yourself, and that's no good. In fact, Alpha Quorum actually was born in a period of my life where I was struggling. I needed other men in my life to help me get better, to help me, achieve more, and to help me become professionally better in my marriage, better as a father. And Alpha Quorum came from that idea. I hooked up with Brad Singletary, and Brad hooked me up with Taco Mike, and I hooked up Taco Mike with Thunt, and then Mike Olsen came in. And I got to be honest with you, these guys are my guys. These are the guys I want in my foxhole. Which brings me to what happened a couple of weeks ago. We had a meeting. We sat around. We were looking at what do we want Alpha Quorum to become. We've got the 45 episodes out there. We've got an audience. We appreciate the feedback that you've given us. We appreciate you giving us your time, to giving us your attention. We know that now more than ever, there are a lot of different voices and a lot of different personalities that are competing for your attention. So we appreciate the attention that you've given us. But we were having a conversation about where do we want to take this? Do we want to, stop and call it an adventure, an experience? Do we want to expand? Do we want to grow the audience? What do we want to do? And we came to the conclusion that we wanted to grow this thing. And then in a moment where I wasn't expecting this, Brad Singletary, my homeboy, called me out, and he said to me, Derik, and I don't even remember what triggered him. I wish I could remember, because I'd keep pushing that button, because it's why I hang with these guys. It's why I trust these guys. But I triggered him, and in the middle of a conversation, Brad looked at me and said, I've been waiting for a year to have the balls to tell you this, Derik. But Derik, you are awesome, but you are lazy and you are scared. And I went silent. And I went silent because I know that he was right. And that I needed to change. I needed to open my mouth. I needed to be the person, be the father, be the husband that my family needs me to be. And Brad Singletary was a good enough friend, and then he was seconded by Mike, and Thunt. But they all came to the same. They said, you are, Derik, you are lazy, and you are scared, and you are pissing your life away. Guys, if you don't have friends in your life that can call you out when you need to be called out. When you don't have friends in life that trust you and love you enough to tell you the truth, you need to find better friends, and you need to find a better tribe. And if that means you go find another tribe on Facebook or Reddit or Instagram or wherever these guys congregate, then get with those guys. If you want to be a part of the Alpha Quorum, then get on the Facebook page and like us and engage with us. There's a million different ways to reach us. But you're going to be hearing a lot more from Alpha Quorum over the next weeks, months, and years. We appreciate the attention that you have given us. Guys, if you need somebody to tell you the truth, go and find that somebody. They're out there. They're already in your life. Just ask them. They will tell you. They can see your potential sometimes better than you can, and I will be forever grateful to Brad Singletary for finally getting the nuts, getting the onions to call me out. This is Derik, and I'm out.
Gentlemen, you are the Alpha, and this is the Alpha Quorum.